Here we go.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you all had a nice little break there.
A break from us. Break from us. Yes,
Yeah,
we're back. We're back at the park here. We're gonna just. I guess that was the whole show, and this is gonna be like the overtime.
yeah.
So we're gonna do a little bit of a show. So tell me, you who have you been listening to lately?
I've been listening to Madonna's newest CD.
Let's see it. Is this it?
Yeah, this came out around late '90s, early 2000s, I think.
Okay.
That's a pretty good album. Yeah,
Yeah. It's I like all of Madonna's early stuff,
yeah. I do too.
and
I like the
it
early
it
stuff.
it, it gets
Yeah,
actually, she had a good run. Her first few albums were very good,
yeah,
and she's always entertaining. Although I
yeah,
remember she had her first concert, live concert from Paris, I think,
yeah.
on HBO, and it was so good. And then like maybe about 10 years later, she had one on ABC. It wasn't live, but it was all her stuff, newer stuff, and I couldn't make head or tail.
I do. I
And it was
have.
like a lot of music from this album. Yeah,
I do have her album of Like a Virgin at home,
yeah,
and
that
that's a good one. I love that one.
yeah, that's a good album.
Yeah.
That's a really good
But
album.
this one is her newest one. It came out late 1990s, early 2000s, somewhere in there.
And now, did you see? Have you ever seen her in person?
No, I haven't.
I have tried to see her in person. She's still one of those big ticket people like Frank Sinatra was, or Barbara Streisand was.
Yeah,
And when she announces a show, it's very expensive,
yeah,
hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
hmm,
And if you can get tickets, because everyone
yeah,
wants to see Madonna, I
yeah,
think people
yeah.
just really like Madonna.
Right.
Um, Madonna has had a checkered movie career. She's not a terrible actress. Everyone says she is, but she just, I think, just had bad luck making movies.
Right,
Her first
right.
movie was that people remember is
Desperately
Seeking
Seeking
Susan.
Susan.
That was a big hit. So they
Yeah,
thought she was going to be like Elvis, have
yeah,
a future in movies, and
yeah,
then she made a bunch of movies, and none of them were terrible. It's just that they
yeah.
just didn't make it. She was probably better off in smaller parts in movies. She's in a Woody Allen film, Shadows and
Oh,
Fog. She's
yeah.
in Dick Tracy,
Oh, yeah.
Breathless Moment. She made a
A League of Their
documentary. Oh,
Own.
League of Their Own, she's very good in. I mean,
Yeah.
when she's not the star, she seems to do better. She was picked over, I guess, because of who she was. She was picked the star in Evita, and she was miscast.
Oh, okay.
Her singing was not like a caliber of a Broadway singer. It
Right.
works fine in a rock and roll thing, but not in
Yeah.
a Andrew Lloyd Webber, like almost like an opera. And
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And so, but I've never had a chance to see Madonna. I've
Yeah.
always come close, but now I'm at the age now. If I see Madonna, I'm not going.
Yeah.
If I don't
Yeah.
see Madonna, I'm not going to worry about it.
Right. Right.
Because if it's anything like the little I've seen of her, like a lot of these singers, she doesn't really sing a lot of her old stuff. She's which is good. She moves. She looks to the future. But
Right.
people want to hear like a virgin and stuff. I think
Yeah.
the show I saw on television, the only song she sang that I knew was
Yeah.
La Isla Bonita.
Yeah.
That's in Spanish.
La Isla Bonita.
Las Islas. But I see. I can't even pronounce it. See, don't even know it. And and it's not my favorite song, but it was the only song I knew.
Right.
At least it's familiar to it.
Right. Right.
But Madonna's always
Yeah.
interesting and everything. And
I like her old stuff better.
well, I think that's usually the case with
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Are
I have
things
never.
really are things really as good as they used to be?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Well, this is a good CD though.
Yes,
But otherwise, I like her old stuff better.
or old stuff. Okay,
So, so
all
if
right.
you guys, like, techno music and all that, I probably encourage you all to get this one.
Oh, one last thing. I actually the best album I have of Madonna is her greatest hits. It's called the Immaculate
Oh,
Collection.
I used to have that one years
Yeah,
ago, but I don't have that one
and
anymore.
like a lot of these greatest hits albums, they put like two songs on there that's not really greatest hits, but a new song to make
Yeah,
people want to buy the
yeah,
greatest hits, sort of
right, right.
the tail that wags the dog.
Yeah,
So the song was I remember it was a weird controversial song and but it was written by Lenny Kravitz,
Oh,
and
okay.
so I was very excited. This was the most excited. This was the at the time he wasn't as famous as he
Mm.
is now, and they said that this is the most famous song written by a guy named Kravitz, and which is my real
Oh,
name.
yeah, yeah.
So I felt, oh, good, good.
Yeah.
We're making it in the world now. The
Right.
Kravitzes
Yeah,
are on their way.
that's right.
And now every time I what we call it Google my name, he comes up
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
first 100 pages.
Yeah. So this is
Yeah.
Madonna's.
Yes. Yes.
It's called Music.
Yes.
Yes.
You know who this is
Eric
Eric
Clapton.
Clapton. That's what he looks like. Sometimes he has a beard, but
That's a good CD though.
This is Eric Clapton's greatest hits.
Last week
Yeah.
we were listening to it in the car
Yeah.
and we were like stuck in traffic.
Yeah. That's almost all the time.
Yeah, and I was singing along to it.
The price of gas is maybe $6 by the end of summer, and
Yeah.
yet people are still driving like there's no tomorrow,
Right.
and thus there's a lot of thus you get in tune with your CD collection or music collection or
Right.
books on tape or whatever. But anyway, this album of greatest hits of Eric Clapton. We talk about Eric Clapton a lot on another show I'm on,
Yeah.
Gorgeous George show.
Yeah.
Gorgeous George thinks he's the greatest singer of all, greatest singer and guitarist of all time. I myself. Uh, Pretty good guitarist, not so hot singer, and very good guitarist, and he's in a lot of good bands, Derek and the
Yeah.
Dominoes and Cream,
Yeah.
and someone
And
else.
Blind Faith.
He's in Blind Faith.
Him and Steve Winwood started together
Yeah,
in Blind Faith.
yeah. So anyway, my friend George was telling me he's the greatest guitarist of all time. I said greater than Chet Atkins, greater than greater than Chuck Berry. Oh, greater than they. Oh, those guys are. Then I mentioned a bunch of people you may not know. Better than Andre Segovia. Better than
There's a
better
lot of
than better than Charlie Christian with Benny Goodman
okay,
Band.
okay, let me tell y'all something.
Yeah,
There's a lot of guitarists that are really good.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they all have
All
talent.
great,
Yeah.
including Eric Clapton.
So Eric Clapton. So I mentioned my favorite guitarist, Les Paul, who invented the electric
Yeah,
guitar.
yeah.
We talked about him before, and George said, um, a lot of people say Les Paul's the greatest, but I say Eric Clapton. They don't know what they're talking about. So I said, if Eric Clapton was sitting here with us, he would probably agree with me. He'd be modest. I'd like to think he'd be modest and think that Les Paul is better than him.
Right.
But but we it's a playful thing we have. But Eric, I've never seen Eric Clapton before. I've seen, he comes to town every once in a while, but
Yeah. I
I
saw
just like I said, I can't really get too excited over him. Yeah, you buy a CD of greatest hits and you got everything you want to
I
hear.
saw Eric Clapton years ago, back in 2009,
Hey, where did you see him?
in Washington D.C. at the
Okay,
Verizon Center,
okay. All right.
and it was really good.
Oh, I'm sure it's good.
Actually, the opening was Steve Winwood,
Oh,
and
okay,
then mostly it was Eric Clapton because
okay.
it was really his concert, I think. But
Yeah,
Steve Winwood was the
warm up,
opening act,
opening
the
it.
warm up or whatever.
And then did Steve sing with Eric at the in later in the show?
Yeah,
You come in to sing blind faith songs and stuff.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Well, that's good.
It's been so long ago, but him and him, both of them were in Blind Faith together.
Yes,
So
yes. So
yeah.
first time I ever saw Eric Clapton was in a movie. That shows you where my head it was. It was the movie Tommy, and he sings "Eyesight for the Blind," and he's in
Mm,
the movie, and he basically just walks on, sings the song, and then walks out.
yeah.
Doesn't have much to do in it. And all these
Right.
people are worshiping these idols
Uh-huh.
of Marilyn Monroe with a halo.
Mm,
It's a weird show. And then Tina Turner shows up as the Acid Queen,
yeah.
and it's quite a movie. And that's the first time I ever saw Eric Clapton. I don't even know anything about Eric Clapton up
Oh,
until
was that
that point.
movie where Tina Turner was like, "You don't need another
No,
hero"?
that's
No.
Mad Max Beyond
Oh, okay.
Thunderdome.
Oh yeah.
She's not in a whole lot of movies. In
Yeah.
fact, she had a movie made about her with Andrea Bassett.
Oh, okay.
What's Love Got to Do with It?
Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett plays her.
She did really good playing
In
her
fact, she
though.
played her so well that the real Tina Turner comes in at the end over the credits to sing a song, and you kind of miss Angela Bassett.
Yeah. Also, guess who?
Yeah,
Guess what other movie Angela
yeah.
Bassett played?
What?
she portrayed Michael Jackson's mother on the Jacksons in American Dream.
Oh wow.
It was
Yeah,
actually a series back in the early
yeah.
'90s.
Well,
It's
Angela
ba-
Bass is one of those great actors.
I like her. She's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's one of my favorites.
Oh yeah. And but when I think of her, I think of the
Yeah,
Tina Turner. Tina Turner is somewhat retired now, so you're
yeah,
lucky. Sometimes she appears on a news show or a talk show, but that's
right.
about it.
Yeah,
She doesn't perform anymore, but she's not young anymore.
yeah,
But Eric Clapton's still going strong, and I don't know anything new by Eric Clapton, but I think he's more of a concert, more of a nostalgia act, concert
yeah,
tour guy, and everything. But that's Eric Clapton. So
yeah,
so anyway, thanks for having me on your show. Oh, and one last thing, come see the show. Let It Be.
yeah,
What was the 11th and 12th?
yes,
June 11th and 12th, 2022,
yes.
in Hopewell, Virginia, and go on the website, which we'll put in the comments,
Mhm.
and buy tickets,
Yes,
and come see us in person,
yes, come
and
see us.
and
You
uh,
know, we
and
would
um,
love to meet you.
we also I'll sign an autograph with you, and I don't wear, and I'm trying not to wear masks so much anymore, so so
Yeah,
so maybe I'll pose for a photo with you.
yeah,
I pose photos with anybody.
definitely, yes.
Well,
Yeah,
thanks for having me
no
here,
problem.
Mary, on the
Absolutely.
on the uh, on the Mary Elizabeth Variety Hour.
Yes, and thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. God bless you.